We are live, everybody. Live and about to watch 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's right. Live and about to watch.
You've seen this before, right?
A 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street. Is that some
seen
kind of joke, Matt?
5 times in the last month.
I've watched it numerous times in honor of what show? That's right, An Elm Street Nightmare, which is now out on all your podcast platforms. We'll have some links at the bottom of this video later on.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I didn't mute this. Function.
Just mute it and make sure you stop the stream. Hi, everybody.
Go, sorry.
But just so you know, you need to go procure your own copy of A Nightmare on Elm Street and then come back here, sync it up to where we are 7 seconds into our file, as you can see at the bottom left. But here's where we pause in case you have a different file.
You guys have a fancy operation going on here.
Really? Because behind, right in front of Lizzie is a suction cup with a GoPro hanging from it.
Oh yeah, well, I actually forgot.
And a desk lamp.
Hanging off of a nudie light switch.
We are.
Oh yes.
But we are paused right now where it says "From New Line Cinema." It should be a black background with a white font and black lines through that font.
Yeah, if you
see
New
Line Cinema logo that looks nothing like
the Mask or Lord of the Rings or anything else you're probably
used to. If you see ladders flying at the screen, this is not it.
This is not the right one.
How do we sound, by the way? Please let us know.
Yeah, let us know how we sound. Lizzie, talk to the people. Say hello.
Hey, people.
Lizzie's never done this with us before, but
never.
Lizzie is...
That's why I said it's a fancy operation.
Lizzie is the host of An Elm Street Nightmare on all of your podcast platforms. There are not a lot of episodes left to go. We're almost halfway through as of tomorrow.
That's crazy.
I know.
It feels like it was just yesterday.
Well, are you technically halfway done? Or
technically
like, because there's 1 or 2 bastard movies.
Well, as of...
I mean, that was... made by 100 maniacs.
Yes, the bastard movie from 100 maniac executives, all of which have been fired for sexual harassment.
Oh.
It is the season.
Flamingo Cocktail points out, guess this is prime time and Easter time,
bitch. This is Freddy Krueger. It's the one place where it's okay to say bitch. He really did popularize that.
Is it?
We talked about that in the 3rd episode where like he improvised that and now has to sign all his autographs like, "Dear Joseph, love you, bitch, Robert."
Did you put an asterisk or anything in it?
Say the line. But he has said it in every movie after that, but not this time. One of the things I really like about this movie, our lighting in here is... I changed the light bulbs. It is too bright. Yeah. But it's a very effective horror movie, the first one. I think so, right? When was the last time you two watched it?
Saw this one? I've seen this maybe once, and it was probably 15 years ago.
It's been a couple years for me.
Dude,
I've seen it several times.
This is still really cool, and if you really need further proof why Wes Craven was a genius, he got a lot out of very little in this film and created just an entire new character and lore around it in one single film. The next film goes off the rails, and it was like, but the guy already set all the rules in the last film. How dare you break the rules? And like, I just think that's bizarre that people see a sequel and like, this broke the rules. Like, there's one movie, of course you can break all the rules.
Yeah,
but they're so solidified and so cool. I
think that's why when we started rewatching all the movies, like going right into 2 right after 1, I was like, oh man, they're breaking all the rules. And then you keep watching the rest and you're like, oh yeah, they're breaking all the rules. Got it.
But gradually, like, and a lot less gradually than in 2.
It's about a magic molester who travels through dreams. It's like not a lot of
murderer at this point.
That'll be my next Twitter handle.
Magic_molester.
I don't know if I can get that verified.
Yes, it is Sleazy Peasy.
That is a Steven Universe shirt. We gotta watch that. Matt and I have like several of the same knockoff Amazon and Target.
We have to call each other every morning. This is Hot Topic. Thank you very much.
Oh my God! Someone just asked. Has Lizzie ever turned into a giant lizard and gone on a rampage? Someone just said that again today too. Like I went
a rampage reference.
Yeah, rampage. Yeah. Lizzie from Rampage.
I just saw Colossal,
the nude woman.
I picked up my PC today from the shop because it was messed up.
Geek Squad.
No, I did Central Computers, which is basically the local Geek Squad.
Oh, okay.
But the guy I picked up my computer from asked, like, oh, has anyone ever said Lizzie the Lizard from Rampage? And like,
nobody remembers that game.
Thanks for my computer.
Bye, dork. Later, nerd. Skateboard away with your computer, drop it on the ground.
But once again, we're leaving this commentary up for everybody just because we thought it'd be a fun thing to do for Halloween. Usually we do this only for patrons at patreon.com/lasertime. And Lizzie and I will be on a video commentary for Freddy's Nightmares, the first episode of that, directed by the late, great Tobe Hooper, all about the origins of Freddy Krueger.
That was also weird.
And I'm glad we're not sitting this close to one another because our height differential really was set off in that one. We looked like a vaudevillian comedy team.
I would say we look like a Beastie Boys video on this angle.
Who did the Nightmare on Elm Street art? It's great, says Josh Conley. That's our buddy Scott. I'll get you his name.
It's great. I like it too.
Yeah, I love it a lot.
How I'm the brave one.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's the way I see it. Because you're the one who's been out there like, hey, Chris, tweet that. Oh, fuck. Lizzie's the one putting herself all over this. I forgot to tweet it this week. And big thanks to our buddy Louis Peitzman. He's not here, but in spirit, yes, he is. He's joined us for every episode of an Elm Street Nightmare. ElmStreetNightmare.com, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, Daniel Clicks points out this is a free one. So,
yeah.
Normally, all these commentaries, getting an Elm Street Nightmare early, it's all part of Laser Time's Patreon. Patreon.com/LaserTime. $5 a month gets you so much other stuff too, like bonus time.
Apologize, people. I'm drinking the last of my potent pumpkin beers, Elysian Pumpkin Ale, and my voice is still gone.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, okay.
The chat we always pay attention to and read a lot of stuff in the chat. And just earlier when we were doing the intro, JGB Sterling said a very nice thing about Lizzie. I think that's who it was. That just excited that you're on podcasts around these two guys.
I haven't seen Lizzie for a while. And once again, we wanted to do a little podcast because through some conversation, you were way more up on your horror movies than I was, and I was asking you for advice.
I started a list. I watch a lot of horror movies, and I think 3 years ago I started actually logging which horror movies I've seen so far, and I think that list is like 200 right now. Which is not even like all of it because I forgot whatever. But yeah, it's exciting for me to watch these all again because my boyfriend hates horror movies and
my girlfriend doesn't care for them either.
I'm in a similar situation.
I'm only going to watch them by myself. So.
But yeah, without further ado, we'll take 1 minute and we'll get started with the movie. Once again, we are synced up to 6 or 7 seconds into our film. It should have the original New Line Cinema logo, which has a red and black scheme. Right now, the background is black. It says from New Line Cinema, and there's black 80s lines through the white New Line Cinema font. You guys need to be synced up. I love you too, Lucky.
Sorry, I need to mute my phone.
Oh, yes, you do.
I'm sorry, I should have done this a while ago.
And I need to drink more in hopes that my voice gets better. Shout out to my father with his broken prostate. I haven't been able to talk to him.
We talked about that in bonus time.
We did. Bonus time this week, everybody. Very predator-looking logo. There's Flaming Cocktail. Without further ado, we will get started. Everybody find their file, their copy of the movie. 6 seconds in from New Line Cinema. Here we go. Hit play at the count of 1. 3, 2, 1. And try and take, if you get lost, try and take note of the counter.
Smart Egg Pictures.
I love just the way they framed it. And if you're used to Jason movies, it looks like they're showing you the previous movie in the opening credits. But there is no previous movie.
How does any of that stuff help you molest someone?
This is also like when I get like a
kids come running for sharp gloves.
This is like when I get a 1998 DVD and realize like, holy shit, I've got to do so much like picture fixing to get this.
Sad we never get to see Freddy with those glasses on though. His specs.
The child killer in his natural habitat, says Nick Beam. Come on, Philip Lopez, get it together.
I don't know if you want to stop that one too.
Oh, yes.
And these gloves make it probably really hard to molest someone. Freddy's the worst molester.
Wow, so you actually got to see him make it.
And I feel like parents shouldn't have to warn children about a molester wearing gloves made of knives. Whoa, Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's awesome. That's a great opening.
I really like that logo, though.
I like the logo, and I love the score.
And the logo's solid in the first movie, which, like a lot of horror movies, it doesn't happen. You see it, like, in the second or third, the famous logo. Like, you don't get the Jason mask until the third movie.
John Saxon, our biggest star in the whole world, and I was writing.
Ronnie Blakely too.
And Ronnie Blakely, and your boyfriend was watching that. She was nominated for an Oscar for a Peter Bogdanovich movie, and John Saxon is the star of like 200 things, and they're just. I don't recognize them as stars, but they were the biggest stars in this film.
Mm-hmm. Heather Langenkamp went on.
This guy was being introduced.
Who?
That's what I was getting to.
Jonathan Depp.
Jonathan Depp. Sick Genesis sounds. Let's keep it 13.
Madman says you aren't supposed to run on wet floors. Charles Fleischer's in this movie.
Charles Fleischer is in this movie.
Put some money in the cubbies.
No, forget.
You die in your sleep.
It'll let you down as soon as you see him.
Please don't kill me.
And Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger.
Fred Krueger. Fred Krueger, I'm running for city council.
The word Freddy is not said in the first 90 minutes of this movie.
Yeah. Because no one's close enough to him yet.
Yeah. No one has a casual relationship
bond with him a little bit.
And actually, I think Freddy's only in the whole movie for a whole 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Really? And but the scary Terry perception you have of Freddy Krueger, that's not here at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk a lot, and he's not on screen.
That's like the third movie. Like
it takes to the third movie, and I would say the fourth movie is perfect peak Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, for sure.
And once again, I apologize for our lighting. What terrible horror movie!
I love this
lighting.
Nick Jr. font that we have for the credits.
You should actually just be watching this in the dark.
All right, no, I can't do that.
That looks like it should come out of the Rugrats thing.
Yeah, it does look like something that would be in the pickles refrigerator.
Stanley Doodleson.
Stanley Doodley.
Cody Sobel says the word Bruce isn't said in the entirety of Jaws. Yes, but the word... Sorry.
Look, it's Witten and Directed by Wes Craven. Now, this is he's not a ghost yet, so this is super elaborate, right? Or is he...
Well, we don't know what's happening yet. We don't even know who this is.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's just Tina.
And we also think, for people who watch this first time, they think that she's the main character.
Yeah.
So that when she's standing in front of the fire, so you can see the light. You can see the light between her legs. Yes. There's an entire subreddit based around that. Around women women wearing dresses standing in front of light sources, and you can see the gap. You can see the shadow. I forget what it's called. It's a super long name.
If you care that much about it, I'll make you admin. This is my favorite horror theme, says Philip Lopez. And Sleazy Peasy says, my grandparents let me watch this at age 8.
Yeah, I watched this really young, too.
Dude, that dad was super horny.
I didn't see this one young, but I watched the series really young. I didn't see this one till later. I probably saw the one. What's the one with the video game kill in it?
The last one.
That's the last. Okay, I've probably seen that one the most because I watched it as a kid a lot.
It's the worst.
It was the most recent one when I was a kid.
Chris Coomans. We all know what Matt's
That one did not age well. I thought we'll talk about more later.
How was the last one the most dated movie?
I thought they didn't introduce this until one of the sequels.
No?
Phil Lopez says Matt just happens to know that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I find really great about this. I go back and watch a lot of horror movie series, and they slowly set up rules. This movie set up a lot of rules and consistent things the first time.
This is pre-21 Jump Street, isn't it?
Yeah. He has an introducing credit.
Yeah. Sometimes that's on there after they've had TV credits. Look at those khakis. He looks like he's heading to Charlottesville.
Oh, yeah.
Where's his tiki torch?
Look at those khakis.
And I'm telling you, if you fuse both of those leads together, you get the perfect butthead. Johnny Depp's hair and her teeth.
I like her jacket. I like that there's I guess it's her boyfriend's leather.
Hang on, guys. Cody will be right back. Thanks for letting us know, buddy. Favorite movie when I was 3 was Friday the 13th, says Eric Campbell. That's impossible.
Sleazy Pizza says John Saxon was in Enter the Dragon.
He was in Enter the Dragon. He was famous for a shitload of TV guest starring roles in a lot of 70s movies, but that's all before my time. Shut up.
Didn't they also audition a lot of other guys for Johnny Depp's role who was Brad Pitt? I don't think it was actually Brad Pitt, but it was people similar where it's they were two bad boys.
And Brad Pitt made it into Freddy's Nightmares a few years later. He's not killed by Freddy, but he's in his Freddy's Twilight Zone show.
Is Ryan Gosling in any of that show? Because he's in every Scary Kids Canadian show from the 80s and 90s.
I think Ryan Gosling might be younger than me.
I think he's too, because he's in Goosebumps and he's in the Nickelodeon one, the Midnight Society.
Thanks for letting us know, Madman. I Dream of Electric Sheep. No idea what that's.
That is a very butthead look.
80s was such a better time for my hair. Like Inflated Nightmare 3.
Oh, yeah, Sorry You're Afraid of the Dark. Killer couldn't think of that. I love that show.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling's totally an episode of that.
He's trying to Ferris Bueller his way out of going home. Come on.
Johnny Depp, the Sausage King of Chicago.
Ferris Bueller?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is a few years. Ferris Bueller was what, 87, 86?
86? That is not a sound a tape player makes.
They took this from the Chipmunk Adventure. No, actually, this came out before Chipmunk Adventure, but they also did that.
Adam Street saying the remake is too in the nose. Rad Mardigan hated the remake. Freddy looked like a lizard from Amazing Spider-Man fucked a new Ninja Turtle.
That's true.
Just for that, not getting laid. Sorry, Johnny. It's not happening for you.
God, look at that shirt. It's weird seeing preppy Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Sleazy Peasy says, Johnny Depp has Marcy Darcy hair from Married with Children.
And his outfits get better throughout the whole movie.
They do.
Too, so.
Thank God.
Oh, Madman wants to know if you're going to cover the remake starring Rorschach as his second child molester.
We don't have any plans as of now. We're going to go through every other movie. It's not that we won't ever do it, but it's just not part of the plan right now.
A whole series on just the 2000s remakes would be fun.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I love that.
Jared from Subway.
Here's some plain chips with no dip. Sorry, I'm such a nerd.
There's a running joke about Jared on the new Family Guy. Oh, and speaking of Ferris Bueller, they also mention molester from that movie. Principal.
Jeffrey Jones.
I was going to say January Jones. She didn't do anything. Don't worry.
You don't know yet.
Yeah.
Please know, the 2000s remakes were so awful, says John Olson. I think it's, I don't know, it's a Lizzie question for later, not putting you on the spot.
Good, I was not ready.
I am. Tell us.
But, well, no, just that whether or not to view the remake. I think we're already going to go through Halloween. View it. Someday.
But are we going to record it? I don't know. Sorry.
Damn, you're better at teasing.
Ray Lars asked about the Blu-ray set if it has Freddy vs. Jason. I don't think it
doesn't. It doesn't at all.
I don't think the Jason collection has it either.
Yeah,
it's like in some kind of weird purgatory.
Well, they've both been rebought by other companies.
Yeah, I think I genuinely love that movie. That movie's so much fun. It's so silly.
And Lizzie is going to watch it for the first time for our show.
You never seen it?
Which one?
Freddy
vs. Jason.
Oh yeah,
it's super watchable. It's super silly.
I went down to the local Amoeba and got a very special edition standard definition DVD.
Wow.
Is it not on Blu-ray?
Jody S. likes it. No. Well, we'll tell the story. I told the story at another laser time, but like Paramount owned Jason and kind of lost interest in him and sold them to New Line, who also owned Freddy Krueger. And this is a 10-year process for them to come under the same umbrella. They're owned by different studios.
Yeah,
That's
Jason
crazy.
Goes to Hell was 10 years.
It is a Spider-Man versus Superman scenario. It's not an X-Men popping up Infinity War. It's Superman and Spider-Man.
You mean when DC was publishing half of Marvel's books and people forget about that? And
yes, but
people forget that DC literally saved Marvel from disappearing.
New Line at some point picked up the rights to Jason, and then they were bought back by somebody else.
Did that kind of guy actually exist in the 80s? The 1950s greaser.
Yeah.
The 80s loved the 50s. Remember the opening to Muppet Babies? The 80s were crazy.
You never watched The Outsiders?
Not creepy at all. We know who the real predator is here.
Jess Martinez says, Davis Mad Dog and me?
What is that?
I don't know what that's a reference to.
Am I drinking Mad Dog alcohol?
Madman says, are Jason and Freddy part of the new Avengers?
They might be someday, in hindsight.
Senior Sport just said Billy Joel. That's a good.
Oh yeah,
that's a good example.
Jason Goes to Hell ending has Freddy's claw taking Jason's mask. Yeah, that took 10 years to culminate into something. 10 fucking years. In an Avengers perspective, that shit. What did that take? Like 3-5 years?
What, the Avengers?
From
Iron Man 1.
From Iron Man 1.
It was 2007 to 2012.
Ooh.
So 5 years.
All right, cut it out, you weirdo.
I like that their idea of locking up is just so 80s is like, let me just put the little thing over the thing on the back door. Click. There we go.
Philip Lopez is pointing out the have sex, get murdered. Yeah, those tropes are still in effect.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd like to think... Morality Sucks seems like something Johnny Depp would have starred in the 80s.
Now, see, the way he rolled off of her...
I just came so fucking hard.
I'm not scared anymore.
I just orgasmed so hard I turned into C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah. I'm sorry you didn't. And won't ever with me.
Stay hard, pony boy. Stay hard.
Oh, God.
Watching this movie for the first time. Were people dumb in the 80s? Says... You're going to have to say how to pronounce your name. I can't get that one.
Etna de Serpil.
Etna de Serpil?
I feel like not much has changed over time.
I can't say for high schoolers, because I did go to like a freshman college thing last year.
This part's great.
And this is awesome.
What a weird design aesthetic for her room. Like, let me just put one cross on the wall here. No posters.
Well, is she sleeping at her house or the friend's house? I think she's at her house.
That's how hard those other two fucked.
Man, this lady needs to ditch that loser's.
That's not her house.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
She didn't even move that cross. She like sat it next to her. False. I can't
Let me
even
just
do
throw
that
this cross in the trash. It's just lying around.
This is the wall scene, right?
This is... You're going to do that every time a scene
keep
comes up?
spoiling everything.
Oh, this is the wall scene.
I wet him.
They have the reverse 80s sex sheets. It's supposed to go all the way up on the woman and down to the middle on the guy.
This movie gets me thinking, what movie features the smartest characters? Hey, Scream, and they still get fucking killed.
Scream also subverts things by making the first person you see you think the first person you see is going to be like one of the survivors. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest star in the movie gets killed in the first
and
scene.
Immediately, and it all...
But it's kind of a movie that makes fun of itself, too.
It does, and it's subverting tropes that Wes Craven creates here.
That movie's so good.
It's really
Scream
good.
2 mostly holds up. It's still pretty fun to watch.
So Scream podcast, right?
That would be awesome.
Just everything.
A Scream Street, Pod Street.
Yeah.
Freddy's going to ask her to the prom.
Yeah, this is the part I meant.
Borg Cube Jedi says the Thing has what I think are the smartest.
Yeah.
Is this the wall scene?
Yeah. Oh, no. Wrong, my bad.
Now, in the remake, they do the same scene, but it's CG and looks worse.
Dude.
It's stupid.
It's part of my problem with Part 7. Ugh. Early CG. I love the way they describe the special feature in or that effect in the special features of the old DVDs.
I always thought, like, what is she sticking it with?
I know.
Is it just like double-sided tape? Or
holy shit, Nancy, symmetry. But they were just like...
she should have one of those, like, carpenter things with the bubble in it.
Yeah, she just smooth the lath. But also that they were like, we didn't know what to do with this scene. We just went at the time, there was this new fabric called spandex. And a new fabric called spandex when this movie was made.
The 80s loved spandex.
Look, that's the back of Ernie's head.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Oh, hi-oh. You don't have to pay for my rights if I'm not facing,
sorry,
right?
I did Kermit the Frog.
It's the same guy.
Also, a thing in 1984, he could be facing the camera, and you probably wouldn't have to deal with the legalities.
Whenever you watch it, remember when we saw
that's also Bob's Big Boy right there.
Yep.
In Monster Squad, she had like a Punisher poster, and you know.
I've always wanted to go through that of like.
Hey, Chris, we look like brother and sister.
Do we?
Yeah.
Right now?
I guess.
The much fatter brother.
That's what someone said. That's what Ivan said.
Yeah, we're related.
Oh, sweet. She's got the Olympic rings in her back.
What?
She got Olympic rings back there. Those are so fun to flip upside down.
They said on her back.
I don't know.
And then I was also thinking of the Olympic logo, those rings.
Oh, his debut is a little hokey.
So far, I think we've seen Freddy for like 30 seconds so far in the movie.
We've seen his hand. Now he's wearing a fedora, so you know he's a gentleman.
And then this is the first time we see his face. I think.
Yeah. Oh,
that's the first effect he does.
Stretch Armstrong, bitch. It is, and
I always wanted that toy.
Me too. It's two grips on both sides of the alley with fishing poles holding arms.
And then that
what weird running.
And like, also, is that still Freddy Krueger chasing after her? Because it looked like, I mean, is it still Robert Englund chasing after her?
No, not in that shot. It's probably two different people.
Yeah, because she ran into Robert Englund.
Well, I didn't know if they did like
this
a
is
quick
a little silly
thing too.
No.
Or like,
this is the Bugs Bunny come out from behind a tree. That's a cool shot with the light bouncing off onto his face.
Ah, yes.
You're bleeding antifreeze.
So far, it seems like he's genuinely trying to show her cool stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, look at these things I can do.
But again, that's one of the things I appreciate about Friday the 13th. Man. It's not about chopping someone up in a gory way. It's about
God.
How do we turn every encounter with Freddy into a music video?
Yo, with another man in there? Come on.
But I'll back off.
I can't believe this bitch is cheating on me. She said Rod.
Oh. God.
I fucking love that.
Oh.
That guy got beat up with his own girlfriend.
Yeah. While he's in his tighty whities.
And we did mention before that this is a revolving room, and that's how they're able to do that
stuff. I just want to fly.
So this is the part where he's all actually strapped to that corner upside down.
This is a Scream 2 reference.
He's strapped to the corner, and they said they had to like lacquer down his hair, so not a single one went upside down.
And they actually cut the scene where she
splats in a pile of her own blood. It's pretty rad doing the roof is actually moving. So
this definitely is one of the best kills of the series.
Totally. An unpronounceable name says, this used to scare me when I was a kid, but honestly, it's pretty silly. I think the first movie is still pretty effective and cool.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that still holds up.
But I love it when it gets silly. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
John Saxon.
Oh, that's John Saxon.
That guy's face looks like when Homer gets the nice eyebrows in that one episode of The Simpsons.
And it's like he was just born with a toupee.
Yeah, that is the toupeeiest toupee.
He could just be toe-headed.
No, that is a suit. Look at the way it goes on the other side.
He walked into a barber shop and said, "Hey, give me the Johnny Quest. I want a perfect."
God, and the mom's hair is the most '80s mom's hair ever.
She does look like a liquid television doll.
That is like literal like.
I was thinking like a Nightmare Before Christmas character.
I mean, if you watch the Goldbergs, that's like what Wendy McClain-Covey's hair is on that show, which is just like a crazy coif.
Daniel Click says, timestamp The Simpsons reference. I don't think that was even the first one.
I mean, don't bother. You'll go crazy in this network. Watched The Conjuring last night, and that scene just now was way scarier.
I feel like I'm the only person who didn't like The Conjuring. I saw it in the theater.
You liked The Conjuring.
I did like it. I didn't like the second one. But the first one, I felt like it was just refreshing because they did some things that I didn't see as often in horror movies anymore.
I like Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga a lot. So I like them in it.
I like how a person just died, and they're like, I can't believe you were staying overnight at a friend's house.
That's what my parents would do.
How dare you be at a murder scene?
But then you'll see throughout the movie that's how they are.
That's how the parents are. But it apparently was an intentional statement on not deadbeat parents, but like absentee parents of the 1980s.
Yeah. It's true. My parents were like that too, but they had to work really hard.
Martinez, the character that I was referring to on The Simpsons is when Homer thinks he's Tyrone Power with the eyebrows, and also points out that guy looks Mike Pence-ish.
Yes.
He showed up to the apartment or the house for a minute and then left.
He does look like a brunette Hank Fincher.
Hank.
Whoa.
Mom with some morning vodka?
Oh.
Ugh.
My porn name was supposed to be Rod Lane. Everybody pull off. It's time for Rod Lane.
More like Rod Lame. I miss those TVs.
Is the mom a realtor? Because that is the most realtor outfit I've ever seen.
Either that or she's Murphy Brown. She's a Murphy Brown impersonator.
And it's weird having most recently watched New Nightmare. She's such a teenager here, but she's such a sultry vixen in New Nightmare. A hot lady.
Yeah, even when we watched 3, it was only a few years apart from this movie, but she looked way more.
Yeah, well, I think they aged her up for that. They had to try and have us pretend she had become a doctor in 2 years.
Yeah, but even just the way she presented herself and spoke.
Stacy Pro says, so they used the Beastie Boys instead of Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff? The Beastie Boys?
No, it's not the Beastie Boys. It's the Fat Boys.
It's the Fat Boys.
Yeah, the Fat Boys.
Worse.
But that's not the first one. Oh, worse, you think? You think the Fat Boys aren't as good as the Beastie Boys?
That is not what I said. How the fuck is that going to get used against me?
Hey, rest in peace, Miguel Ferrer. That's not him. It's a different guy.
Yes, Giant Robots Conquer the World mentions that all 1980s business lady outfits look like realtors.
It's the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I do love this, a time before cell phones where you couldn't easily reach people.
So you got to hide in the bush.
You got to kidnap them.
Is he Prince?
Let me check the IMDb.
Is Prince in this?
I didn't touch her. I thought she was a really hip cat.
No one said you were gay, just a murderer.
Calm down.
It's like Irish. Real easy, like your ass depended on it.
I almost shot my daughter.
What?
Ooh, cheese it.
That guy's gonna stub his toe.
I do like the jacket over the... I mean, I don't actually like the jacket over the bare chest look.
We all like it, Lizzie.
But I like that he's doing it right now. That's how he goes down.
I bet that road is so hot on his chest.
You should have been smarter, baby. I used you.
Frank Sinatra has a cameo in the new Blade Runner movie.
That's impossible.
He does. So does Elvis. It's great.
Swing, baby. You're a replicant.
Was John Saxon following his daughter the entire time? Yeah, I think this is like for him to set her up so they can catch.
It's the landlady from Kingpin.
Okay, so this is the part of the movie that scared me the most and still creeps me out, and sometimes I still have to look away. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that. But that
guy's 50.
That's the lady with the bad teeth and Kingpin. Yeah. Makes me emotion.
She's in like all the Farrelly Brothers movies, but that's the one I can remember most.
Holy shit!
Which Gumbel is that guy? He is 20 years older than anybody else in that room.
Real sports.
Look at that guy. That guy's totally in his 40s.
And here's Beavis to Johnny Depp's
Shakespeare. Webster's defines him as.
They do that a lot though in like these teen movies, and with Clueless, Dion was actually 40 when they were filming.
Yeah.
That.
Oh my god.
That lady looks like a mom in an 80s
really
movie.
Hot
she was 39.
Yeah.
She's older than me in a high school movie.
And Keith Wood points out, witnesses friend's murder, goes to school the next day.
Is that that's not Dirk Diggler's mom?
mom?
Nick P.
Oh, yeah, I don't like this part. Now I have to see it on two screens.
Star.
Come on.
No, thank you.
Whoa.
I can't believe this is the part that
Sarah
freaks you
Palmer.
out the most.
I don't know. It's just a thing in like you know.
Did you see someone get put into a body bag?
No.
It's a thing about like the blood and being obscured by this semi-transparent body bag. It's weird. Freaks me out.
Like maybe like the juice box in your lunch exploded. That kind of thing. Right. Fine. Bad metaphor.
What?
There are somebody start counting the sweater vests in this movie. I love her hair. They didn't even bother.
It's the 80s. They bothered a lot.
I think that's the only thing they bother with. The rest of the outfit is kind of uninspired.
I bet they teased it with Freddy's glove.
Oh.
Sorry, Lizzie.
Sorry. That's all right.
Iambic pentameter, bitch. Shit about the guy reading poetry.
Hooray, Lars says, yeah, this is scary, but then you remember how Freddy runs.
Yeah, is he going to run like he did earlier the whole movie? With
that
like
was technically not Robert Englund. That was
still Freddy.
But double.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Screw your past, Moose from You Can't Do That on Television.
Oh, there's a Freddy reference in Golf Story. A character wears his shirt in a scary level.
Why they give hall monitors?
So Wes Craven said that like he chose the colors of the stripes of his shirt because they're allegedly jarring to to the eye.
Yeah, they're like a gross green and red.
Complementary colors. So.
Like, or the opposite or something like that.
No, they're red and green are complementary.
Yeah. And
but they're like a gross.
Color wheels?
They're like a pukey color.
Teal and orange is all I care about.
And purple and yellow. That'd be interesting to see if they did Freddy in either of those combinations with like orange or blue.
Like a neon Freddy.
Or yellow and
sorry, we just watched New Nightmare recently, but they give him a different colored hat. Like, looks sick, dude. That outfit is awesome.
JJB Sterling saying, fuck, why would you follow that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let's go to the dirty depths of this high school.
Well, they don't know it's a supernatural monster yet. She just saw a body disappear.
But if I see my part of my high school like this, I'm not going to go down there.
Did anybody in high school actually have a boiler room?
Like that Wes Craven makes, or they make fun of in Scream 2, where it's like, oh yeah, some big-breasted chick runs up the stairs and...
We had a boiler room in our school. It wasn't like this.
Madman.
It was like one tiny boiler.
Madman 83 is describing the colors as poo green and blood red.
This is where Kevin McAllister is going to face his fears in Home Alone.
Shut up.
Oh, we got our first Chris Benoit reference in the chat.
Oh.
Of many, I'm sure, if it's like any other one in that movie. Mm-hmm. He's got like a pork pie hat on right now.
Nice.
Sup, dog? I'm the monster. Come on. Yeah, it's gross, Dominic, right? It's gross. He's filled with rice and beans.
And also, his sweater fits a lot better in the sequels. And this, it really feels like they had the sweater and then cast Robert Englund.
The missile command lasers firing.
Or maybe, like, through rehearsals, he just kept taking it off and on, and now it's stretched out because it's
He lost a lot of weight for the movie. And by
Keith Leva says, missed the start, but wanted to say congrats, Lizzie.
What?
Somebody's wishing you congrats.
Oh.
Your bangs are sweaty.
Man,
this is Real Sports with Brian Cumble.
What happens when a co-student has a nightmare in class?
That ultra old black guy literally looks like a news guy in disguise.
What's up, fellow students?
I wanted to see what it was like on the inside of high schools.
I love the Motley Crue graffiti. Very tiny little
Motley Crue rules.
Hey, if you guys like this, be sure to check out our new show called An Elm Street Nightmare on the Laser Time. Thanks, Philip Lopez.
It's only half new now.
It's almost over.
Don't be so sad.
Don't be sad, Lizzie.
Tessie
You
Martinez
don't want to do
says,
this
"Don't
full
touch
time.
Lily."
Trust me.
Good advice.
You're way
They just
better
let
off.
her walk out of the school?
She sent her home.
But don't you call the parents
I'm
first?
a skip buster.
I was never allowed to leave school until like a parent showed up.
Eczema. Beautiful smarch weather, says Nick B. In the town of Springwood, Ohio, but very clearly LA.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture he put up this weekend on his Twitter?
Who?
Robert Englund.
No.
He said like it said like every town has an Elm Street, even like some town in Spain he was in, and it was a picture that said Elm Street in Spain.
Great.
And that's Wes Craven did say that's why he named Elm Street.
Every town has an Elm.
Yeah.
It's like Springfield.
That
like
bullshit Dr. Seuss Mulberry
Do you
Street.
have a Springfield in California?
I bet
there's got to be. I think there's 11 Springfields. I think it's like there aren't as many.
Do we have a Shelbyville?
That's more of a Shelbyville idea.
I feel like does bitch even did that occur in this movie?
No,
I don't think so. He barely talks.
Like 3.
No, he doesn't talk much at all. But we made that distinction in the episode. At this point, a horror villain. We've had Jason. We've had the Mummy. We've had Frankenstein. We've had Michael Myers. Wolfman. They don't talk.
Hooray Lars says, I'm from Ohio, and I can vouch that we don't have palm trees.
And Rad Mardigan asks, how is that dude's hair always wet? Just puts it in the
he's got that natural Dago secretions. I got the same thing going on.
They don't give me any gel. I gotta dip my comb in the toilet.
Christopher, no more Mario Kart until you eat your
Your biscotti? What were you about to say? Your biscotti? I was
going to say an Italian dish.
You say biscotti?
I was going to say, I mixed up biscotti.
Cannoli.
Cannoli. You baked CD. I worked so hard on it.
JGB Stilling says, at least they gave him a shirt. That's true. He didn't have one before, and he has one now.
Maybe his mom brought it by.
Got a prison issue rockin' t-shirt.
It's made out of cigarettes.
According to the Wiki, there's a ghost town Springfield in California.
Ooh, let's go.
Lizzie, field trip.
There's like nothing there.
Tax write-off field trip, so here we are. And nothing.
Cool.
D-Cyclist says 35 states have a Springfield. Wow. Ivan Pabon wants to go to the real Silent Hill. That's in Pennsylvania.
Stacey D. Prosa. So what's next? Chatting Chud or Trolling Troll?
Chatting Chud would be awesome. I love Chud. I saw that in theater, too.
What is he didn't have time to like wash his hands when like he went to jail because he still has blood on his knuckles.
The proper name for a troll podcast would be Oh My Pod.
Oh, I forgot to make you that song. God damn it.
It's in there. I cut one together. It's
thank you. Did anybody else's mother had that bath pillow?
I want one. I'm
no.
thinking about
it. It has suction cups in the back, and every time, all the good times I had with it, I realized my mom probably masturbated with this, and I have no idea how.
Dude.
With it or on it. That's the difference.
Look at all you having regular baths.
Chris's mom, I mean, she's a horn dog, so.
Yeah.
I did meet your mom once.
Really?
You did?
Yeah, when she went to the office.
Oh, that's right.
At the
We
AVNs?
filmed her playing GTA.
Yeah.
Really?
This did happen.
What was this, 4 at the time?
Yeah,
GTA 4?
It was 4. I made my mother fuck whores in GTA. she was like, "You're so hammy. This is not going to work."
So we saw Freddy build the glove in a nightmare. Does it mean he didn't use it in real life? Does it mean it's only a nightmare glove?
Well,
I love that Heather is such a good girl. She says, "Oh, for Pete's sake," when angry at her mom.
You are making us feel like, man, I'm watching a movie with my mother. Like, would you like me to explain something they explain later in the film?
Is that he built it in a nightmare?
Well, no.
So does it mean he lost the real glove? It didn't come with him to the other side?
Nothing you see in the nightmare is trustworthy.
Chris said that the scene was replicated in Slither, which I also did see, and yes.
Oh, Slither's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful.
That movie's awesome.
And this
real
is
gross.
replicated in Trainspotting. Which is replicated in Big Mouth.
And Slumdog Millionaire.
Man, I love this soundtrack.
Yeah.
Nightmare in Bedrock Bonds. It's The Last Stand.
You can listen to the whole soundtrack on Spotify.
Oh, on Spotify?
Yeah.
And the soundtracks get even better after this. The scores are great, and the bands, the Dokken and Dramarama and Fat Boys.
Parappa the Rapper? What did you just say?
Dramarama.
Dramarama.
Are they like Bananarama?
No, they're better. Fucking new wave ass Replacements-esque band. Total Get Out ripoff, says JC. God damn it. That's a shitload of towels.
Yeah, what is she in a hotel?
Cute butterfly.
Yeah, Wes Craven hides a butterfly in every one of his movies.
Start awake
Is that true?
fast.
No, let's not start a new rumor for IMDb. D. Siculus says Dokken music video equals one of the best music videos ever. Dude, they defeat Freddy by the power of rock. It's great.
Squibbity bibbity blam.
Oh, man. He has to stay awake watching TV in 1984.
He's watching Evil Dead.
Yeah.
So, as a result of this, because I don't know if permissions were granted, Sam Raimi took Freddy's glove from one of these sets, and Freddy's glove is in Evil Dead 2.
But can you imagine having to stay up with the entertainment of 1984?
God, the fucking Farm Report.
Yeah. You probably don't have a VHS, so you're stuck watching whatever four networks.
To be fair, like
Elvira would have been around, right?
Yeah, that's what most UHF channels were, old horror movies.
Wait, is this the outfit? Is this the outfit?
Which outfit?
No, wait,
So
no,
he's wearing a
that's the
t-shirt.
later scene.
Okay.
The midriff.
Oh, yeah, that's not here yet.
You know you wish it was back.
Rad Mardigan sang Dream Warriors in karaoke dressed up as Mega Man last Halloween.
Man, I wish I was you.
I mean, if I had to become a Dream Warrior, I probably want to be Mega Man.
Johnny Depp just sammed into her window.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
They just need the guitar riff.
I
I
feel
miss
old
TVs
enough.
you could just move around the
You
room.
had TVs with handles like a
Yeah.
GameCube.
I loved that. I just had to get rid of my last CRT because I moved.
You had a CRT still?
Yeah,
in
totally.
2017?
What else am I going to play old games on? Now my HD TV, I don't have an upscaler.
Man, I think the scariest thing in the movie is the puppet on her bed.
Yeah, that's how come that wasn't used in a nightmare sequence. I had a My Buddy doll as a kid, and that freaked me out.
No.
Yeah.
Man,
He went in the
did
closet.
the My Buddy company ever
They
sue?
had
Freddy
to
the
get
Chucky?
it.
Because
I mean,
it's you fucking.
I'm sure they
sank
tagged
our
them
I
before
think
they could.
it's
Your
legally
movie.
distinct enough, and My Buddy is just like, what is My Buddy?
A good guy.
It's a trademark version of a doll that has existed for centuries. Like, you can't
It's
sue
a blonde
anybody.
white kid.
But the name of the doll in Chucky is Good Guy.
Good
which is
Guy,
like
yeah.
My Buddy, Good Guy. They're pretty much.
I think
They're
Chucky might predate My Buddy.
Really?
Oh,
Maybe.
I know.
I don't know about that.
No,
But
I don't
anyway, it
think
doesn't.
so.
But he's a boy doll.
I'm going to start a podcast called Reagan Hour.
You making fun of us?
No.
God damn it, Lizzie.
Ivan
Never.
Pavon has a 20-year-old CRTV in their house.
Teddy Ruxpin was creepy as fuck to Sleazy Peasy.
Yeah.
On the bright side, he'll wrap any fucking tape you shove in his ass.
I didn't have a Teddy Ruxpin. I had a Toby. You guys remember Toby? It was a dog that watched VHS tapes
Oh,
with you
yeah,
and
yeah.
reacted to it.
I had Casey, which was like a robot Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah.
Fucking rich kids.
It had like a we couldn't afford a Teddy Ruxpin, so I got a Casey instead.
Casey's the low rent
And
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, and it had like an LCD face, like the same kind of like texture or whatever as like a
See, that
calculator.
sounds like more high tech than a Teddy.
He is not. I mean, I always wished I had a Teddy Ruxpin instead.
Lizzie Cuevas says, "Don't read the comments. New episode when?"
Cool. Well, considering that Jackie moved to Germany and Tara's
Skype
in New
exists.
York. Yeah.
No more Whoppers as of from Japan and San Francisco.
I hadn't even thought about that until Facebook suggested I friend one of those gals who I could have sworn we were already friends with.
Oh yeah, no, Jackie did the whole
something.
life makeover and started a new Facebook.
Only German friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Only Joyman.
Joyman.
He's in the dream, baby. Now, is that the kind of nightwear you had, Liz, with like little geckos all over it?
So Kelly Lee Ocho says Chucky is like a canceled Muppet puppet. I've seen a canceled Muppet. I used to have a friend whose mom was a sculptor, and she worked for big companies like Disney and DC and Marvel, and she was sent plans for a Muppet that was never made. So I've seen a Muppet that was never completed as an actual Muppet.
I remember there's terrible stories in the Jim Henson biography about like, well, this Muppet didn't work out in the show, and he just like tosses it in the sandbox for his 5 kids.
Yeah.
And there's like shit you've seen on television,
probably worth
things with a wiki
$50,000
page that like the Henson children just tore to shreds as 2-year-olds.
I remember in the Elmo documentary, he just like takes a bunch of parts out of like boxes and puts them together. And is like, I just made a Muppet, and he makes it into a character, and then just puts
Baby
it back.
Monster.
Someone's Brad Mardigan. There really was no shoe budget for this film, which is true. It's a very, very low budget film.
Why did you sleep without shoes on?
Yeah, and we mentioned that a little in the second episode of Elm Street Nightmare, but like New Line Cinema was not the studio it is today, or was around Lord of the Rings. They were literally responsible for like mostly re-releases. They helped a lot of really cool John Waters movies get distributed. Yeah. But before that, they were like, we're going to distribute Reefer Madness, a public domain film.
And recolor it. But being shoeless is also a sign of vulnerability.
Or that Paul is dead. The whole budget went into a rotating room, apparently.
That's also Reddit. I can make you moderator on if you want.
I get freaked out by characters being shoeless in movies.
How do you do that?
I hurt my foot as a kid.
I'm just hoping, like, during filming, they didn't actually make her run outside shoeless, because it's like... I'm sure some costume things, but I ain't running outside.
They probably
shoeless.
At least like swept the ground or something to make sure there's no rocks.
Sorry, Lizzie, don't look. Someone in the body bag.
That is creepy.
See? Okay.
There's also something like they never really did that in the. Did they do that a lot in the future movies? Like bring back characters as dead people in other people's dreams?
No, not really.
They get it all out in this movie.
Freddy's like, that's too hack.
Bring back people.
Can't use it.
Freddy had killed in that same movie? Yeah, they did do that.
Okay.
Kelly Lee Ocho says, I'd like to see Animal and Chucky battle, and I assume they mean Rob Schneider's the Animal.
No.
Crank up the YMO, bitch. Fuck, I'll laugh at me. I don't care.
Whoa.
Oh, no. This is my... oh, my God. I talk about this kind of dream on bonus time.
Yeah.
Stairs made of porch?
Yes.
Marshmallow stairs?
Going upstairs, I would never do in my house because I lived on the bottom floor. Was he wearing a Michael Myers mask there?
That is the first mention of the word Freddy. 41 minutes into this.
Yeah. Wait, so I want to hear this.
Well, it was slightly different. I would go upstairs, and the floor would be made out of, like, they're kind of like mad balls, but they would be eating my feet.
Yeah, I always have dreams where I'm trying to run really fast, and it just feels like I'm running through mud.
Ivan Pabon says Celebrity Deathmatch return. They tried to do that in 2006, and it did not take.
I feel like when it came back in 2006, I would have been into it, but then that's when I just got rid of my TV and just started watching things online.
It was bad. It was not. It was not good. I tried watching it.
No.
Nick B says, "Pee yourself to wake up. It's the only way."
All right, I'll do it.
What if we're all in a nightmare, man? No.
Glenn, you had one job.
Oh, look at that awful Mexican Prairie Dawn bootleg over there.
Dude, that's the scariest thing in this movie. I was just resting my eyes.
You feel asleep. Ow, roses have thorns. Ow, 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 ow.
I remember when Johnny Depp...
Every rose really does have its thorns.
He was like the biggest star in Hollywood just like a few years ago, and now nobody cares about him. Isn't that crazy?
He was never the biggest star in Hollywood.
He was pretty huge.
He was an underground star for people who loved cool shit.
During the Pirates times?
And then he did the Pirates movies. And everything he made that wasn't a Pirates movie bombed like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Everything.
But he got them, though. He got a ton of jobs.
He did get a ton of jobs.
What?
He was that computer man.
He fucked over indie folks. Yeah, but what about the movie in Venice with him and Angelina Jolie? I think I remember the name.
Oh, the one that was nominated for Best Comedy on in the Golden Globes?
The Tourist. Or Mordecai. Or the Whitey Bulger movie.
I still have yet to ironically watch Mordecai. He played Donald Trump, what, 2 years ago now? For Funny or Die?
The night shift because I come from another century.
Why is his own Letterman jacket like way too big for him?
He'll grow into it.
His girlfriend stretched it out. Oh, that's nice of him. He's covering him up.
Do you need a minute, Rod? We can come back. It's the puberty monster.
Yeah, he went to sleep in his leather jacket.
I bet you're not allowed to have that in prison.
John Saxon.
You can't see my hairline.
You're under arrest.
Look at that 2-day stubble.
Oh, I cannot tie a tie still. Read yourself awake, says Jess Martinez.
Breaker, I gotta please, Daddy. I'm gonna go check out the inmate.
Jess Martinez says he's great in Zodiac. Who's great in Zodiac? Is that guy in
Johnny
Zodiac?
Depp?
Not Johnny Depp. I think
Charles Fleischer for sure.
Oh, maybe that's who.
Wait, that wasn't Charles Fleischer, was it?
No,
okay.
No. But he's the guy. He's the guy with the basement in Zodiac. God, that movie's so good.
Can't bother to stand up or anything.
Wait, that's not how cells work, is it? They have bars on top?
I think they used to.
You gotta get some exercise.
When jails were just, essentially double dare sets.
See, I feel like that could have been avoided if he stepped on the sink.
Fucking Rod didn't deserve to live.
Nick B says, "Hang around, bitch." Yeah, they could have used some puns here.
No bitch.
Like when Nancy woke up, he could have said, "You got burned."
Dad, why did you walk out of that NFL game?
Spend all the taxpayer money.
Snazzy one says, "Oh shit, David Carradine was killed by Freddy."
Oh no!
But the guy from NXS.
I was gonna say his hand was on his wiener.
I haven't tried that yet. Let me know if it's worthwhile in the chat.
Philip Lopez says it's Hell in a Cell.
That is that makes more sense. Someone hung himself. Actually, someone did get hung in Hell in a Cell. WrestleMania 15, Big Boss Man.
Did he really die?
He died a couple years later, but that was just because
of regular wrestling stuff.
Being a wrestler.
Yeah. What did he do to his kids?
Chad from Friday the 13th would have kicked Freddy's ass.
He got inducted to the Hall of Fame, and his kids were there, and they were all like super sweet and all that.
That guy had the fakest ass priest collar. It looked like they just wrapped a sheet around his neck. Like the other guy. I
agree with the Last Stand 001. Chad from the Friday the 13th game would kick Freddy's ass, especially in the new DLC. Everyone has bathing suits, Bikinis. And Chad has the banana hammock.
Shouldn't she be wearing black to a funeral? I don't know.
She's got other stuff to do today.
Yeah, I'm not buying a new suit for a funeral.
Her clothes are like not on point in this movie. I'm gonna just say that.
Sweater vest though? Come on.
I don't know.
The khaki,
they're coming back.
The khaki and fluffy sweater.
I feel like that's pretty much what Lizzie's wearing in her fucking kid pictures.
That guy's like somebody tried to make another Red Foreman and fucked up.
Wow, is that true? Jess Martinez says this is the church from L.A. Noire.
Oh, probably. I mean, it's L.A.
No, it's Ohio.
Robert Englund played Scarecrow in Injustice 2? I didn't know that.
It'd be so easy to just turn him a little bit and not get those palm trees in the background. Look at how many palm trees are right there.
That looks where Richie.
Here we go.
Looks like where Richie Valens was.
Gotcha.
I have to say thanks for the glowing stars shout out.
Hey. Oh, that happened.
Yeah, it did. Thank you, Ivan.
Who's operating on her?
Look at that huge covered.
Hey, there he is.
Forehead. Yay!
Put some little money on the cubbies.
Have a nightmare about the cubbies.
What? I just said I wish I could go back in time and not kill Freddy Krueger.
Jaws 9. Why do movies have so many sequels? Movies shouldn't have that many sequels.
We don't reach out to a lot of people to talk to, but I think he might live around the area.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And he's got a basement.
Zodiac?
Yeah. Remember, he has a basement. That's why he thinks he's the
I can't
killer.
believe he's still alive. He looks like he's 50 in this movie.
No, he doesn't. He looks like every 20-year-old in the 80s. Back when we were allowed to keep our hair
40-year-olds.
permed and curly.
Let's ask him about Mo leads.
When Uncle Larry hair was the most sought after by women.
But I can't think of any, like, you mentioned
Was
Zodiac.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I can't
time.
speak for that either. You definitely can't.
What? Sleazy Pete says Robert Englund played Scarecrow in Injustice 2?
Yeah.
Is that real?
I mean, like, he's portrayed as Freddy Krueger in the Arkham series pretty clearly.
Yeah.
A master of the dream world with a hand made of sharp things.
The more I look at her, the mom looks like a 1980s Dana Scully.
And again, people, she's speaking to Roger Rabbit and the old guy in Back to the Future 2 who tells him to put some money on the cubbies.
Who invented Mo leads.
There's also the cab from Roger Rabbit.
Yes,
right?
Benny the Cab.
Just to got you chump. Doesn't she kind of look like Dana Scully? I forget
She
that.
does
Yeah,
in Donald Trump makeup, like to the hair and everything. I miss Lady's shoulder pads, says Hurry Lars.
Everyone go look up the clip of Charles Fleischer and Robin Williams rapping at the Oscars together to give Richard Williams his Oscar.
Did that really happen?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sounds like someone doesn't watch Cartoons 101.
Has it been going on this whole time?
What?
Supposed to put it on the
poster,
site, you
though,
fool.
that poster.
Huh?
Hey,
No,
wow,
I
that is
haven't
awesome.
That poster rules. That poster rules.
Whoa! Maybe he is from San Francisco. It's clearly a San Francisco
Remember when
poster.
you were watching it, she like, remember that poster? I'm like, how could I forget this poster?
A cat in a Hawaiian shirt
On a
cable car.
On a cable car in San Francisco, and you can see the
In a
Golden Gate Bridge.
smoking-friendly...
in a hospital where someone's smoking.
That
This is
same
all-
hill where every photograph of San Francisco is taken, because you can see a hill and also the cable car and also the Golden Gate Bridge, which I think is kind of near my house.
Huh.
We're near a very big hill.
Typical dream parameter.
Yeah, we got a multi-track mixer. She's going to make a great podcast with her head.
He's been on some podcasts. You ever hear him on Douglas Movies or anything else he's done?
Who?
Charles Fleischer.
Oh, yeah. He's insane,
Yeah.
apparently.
He invented a mathematical thing called Mo leads that he won't shut up about. And it's like, just talk about Roger Rabbit. Ivan Pavlon says, why isn't Chris vaping after you just took a huge vape drag? Oh, and then he said, there it is. You saw it.
Heather, I'll save you. Just put out your tongue.
Your
can
nightmare
barely
would
speak.
involve vaping for sure.
You know, I'd never vape in dreams.
Do androids vape in electric dreams? Oh, no,
Fuck
wait.
off, Roger!
What's that Robin Williams movie?
Oh.
What Dreams May Vape? Philip Lopez says, the scariest thing in the world, sleep
this.
science!
Look at this. And what the fuck pulled a goddamn
took the
hat out
hat.
of a dream.
And
And Ray Lars says, shut up, Matt. You're wearing a uniform for Hardee's.
Well, I was in a Carl's Jr. recently, and the lady,
I don't believe
the
you.
lady did say, you're wearing our logo, and I was like, yeah, sure. I love Carl's Jr.,
What's up, Ampton?
which is what we call Hardee's here.
Stoked to see Lizzie in one. Yeah, me too.
aw.
All right,
Even
now
though
she-
you've been seeing me like every week.
No,
now she's dressing more like a
Too long.
1980s teen.
Yeah. She's got those mom jeans.
Yeah, a nice pair of bongos.
Mom jeans are also back now.
Are they?
Yeah.
God, I hate
I own a
women.
pair.
I saw a lady at the
Wearing them right
bluegrass. A lady at the bluegrass festival had jeans like up to her like midriff, like it was above her belly
The
button,
Lena Dunham combo.
like a young lady.
It's good for like sucking it in and like hiding the fat.
It's belted up.
Ben S says, Freddie lost his gentle sir hat.
Yeah, he tipped it too hard. The nightmare.
Milady, bitch. So dumb. Oh, nobody judge me for any of this. I have a
I
fever
love
still.
Yeah, Chris Cummins agrees. High waists are back in style. I agree. I like them.
Stay out of the freezer, Mom.
Man, I like all the fruits and vegetables magnets.
Oh yeah.
Another very 1980s thing.
Yeah, my parents had those too, and I always took them to play with my toys.
Or that Ninja Turtles one that says, what does it say? Like, real guys eat out? Or what? You never saw that? There's a magnet. There's a bunch of pictures on the internet. It says, like, real men eat out, meaning, like, we order pizza and don't make food.
So this is, I don't know. I compliment this a lot in the episode of Elm Street Nightmare, but I saw all the movies out of order in... It sets up the lore very great. And the next couple of movies, like, drop you little nuggets of Freddy backstory. Yeah, it's great.
Actually, sounds like a great idea. Not phased.
This is for no one, but her mom looks like a Charles Burns drawing. Nick B says, Frederick J. Krueger.
Wish they told me ahead of time that Heather was straight edge. I wouldn't have.
Madman says, what nerd writes his name in his hat?
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger, child murderer, Elm Street boiler.
He wrote molester and crossed it out. Jess Martinez says it's a female Dan Harmon. Because you drink so much vodka, I guess. Chug, chug.
John Olsen asked if she started the movie with gray hair. She did not. She got that in the sleep hospital.
I'm not saying we're not in Ohio, but this definitely is.
Those beautiful Ohio palm trees and a nice over-water bridge.
Ohio Beach.
The beautiful
the
rivers of
Ohio Beach.
Is this true? Brad Mardigan says the mother looks like Lala, who owns the bar in Persona 5.
Yeah. The next scene's at an Ohio In-N-Out.
And here's the Ohio Walk of Fame.
The Ohio Hollywood sign.
The Chinese Theater of Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to Disneyland. Disneyland, Ohio.
And here's In-N-Out Burger, just in a different bag.
Yeah. Oh my God, I want an In-N-Out
Got
burger.
you this and your favorite and non-biodegradable
styrofoam. You know he's going to throw that right in the river when they're done.
It's McDLT. Keeps the cold part cold and the hot part hot.
I saw a guy today when I was walking here open his car door and whip a beer bottle onto the sidewalk and just keep driving. It almost hit my foot. Full Amish says, I love these famous Ohio burritos. I've only had one burrito since I moved here. I got to up that number.
You got to quit going to Carl's Jr.
I only go there to get a drink. And occasionally a Big Carl. Once a month I'll get a Big Carl.
That place is a homeless... It should be called homeless babysitting.
Yeah, that is for sure what it is. I'll go in there sometimes to be like, I got some extra time. I'll just play my Switch here and drink a soda.
And never pull out a device in that place.
I do get scared about it.
Involved
there is a security guard. That's why I feel okay doing it. The McDonald's near me is much better.
All those ducks are dead, by the way.
No, ducks live 40 years.
Do they?
No, I don't think so.
To date myself in this movie, I have a vine of kayaking through that very canal.
Ray Lars asked what my employee discount is. They just think I work there. I tried when the signature sandwiches that I love so much came in at McDonald's. I tried to buy one of their shirts, and they were like, "We can't sell these." And I was like, "I just like the sandwich so much."
Poor Christopher.
Then I stood on the counter and said, "Where's my Szechuan sauce?"
Roses.
Was Ed Winard?
I don't know.
Roses,
come on in here. You have great dreams now.
Wait,
Bob,
what is that suggesting? They took away the warp zone for Johnny Depp.
There's no more Johnny Depp warp zone. You can't take the vine and get a Nancy's pipe. It's not.
Jeez.
They dirtied it up first. To be fair, that Freddy's dead too, says Philip Lopez.
Do you want to know why I took down the roses? Just follow me.
You don't deserve the roses. You're
this
not
is
a
great.
Good daughter.
If you feel free to talk over and make jokes, but she's going to tell you set up the lore for the whole Freddy series.
This is where I put Freddy, okay?
This is where
I kill kids.
I also keep my extra bourbon here. Not the gin that goes in the back of the toilet.
Remember how I told you not to touch my Coke?
I'll reiterate. It's good that he kills filthy children, not clean children.
He's a child murderer,
yeah.
Not a molester.
It'd be funny if the mom made that distinction. He's never molested anyone.
There's a difference!
Yeah.
He treated the kids with the utmost respect before he brutally murdered them.
You have a pin of your own dog?
Yeah.
Aww.
Of my own dog.
Someday I'll be as important to Lizzie's life. I'll get a pin of me.
Yeah.
Chris Coleman says, "Wait, why do they have 2 rocking horses?"
Uh-oh.
That is the sign of 80s excess, if anything.
So fucking liberal laws and red tape got Freddie off.
Yeah. Oh, did she just explain? Because I forget.
Read him the Miranda rights, so the parents tracked him down.
You have the right to molest.
Continue.
Is the Weezer song Only in Dreams about Freddie?
No.
Oh. You sure?
No.
Not
so
sure?
did Rivers want to crush Freddie's pretty toenails into 1,000 pieces? I don't think so.
Yeah, you made that joke in front of the wrong person. We're gonna get out Weezer.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you.
Isn't he in the area too? Or does he live in LA?
He lives in Springwood, Ohio. Also known as LA.
So he's a neighbor of Heather.
Yeah.
Read him his rights. Read him his rights. Says Keith Lee. God damn it.
My first glasses
I like
were
how
big,
that's
thick
just
black
in their
glasses 'cause of
basement,
him.
too.
Yeah, well, I keep calling it the Horcrux. Like, if you want all Freddy to destroy every part of his body. You don't hold on to pieces of it.
And Man points out how it's kind of fucked up. The mom kept the glove of her
outfit. The outfit.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, whip him out. Look at that, right next to his rad ant farm.
That's right. I'm 10.
His little vulture puppet.
Love a good happy trail.
Is that... That doesn't seem good for sleeping. Like, either sleep without a shirt or with a shirt. The midriff is not going to help.
Nancy, I had the best idea. You know how I keep jizzing on the bottom of my shirt?
I just cut it off. And I turn the rest into a cool headband.
It never falls off because it's so crunchy.
That kid is crushing puss daily, says Keith Lee.
I want to surf on Johnny Depp's hair right now.
I can think of a few reasons. So Lizzie Pizza says Rivers Cuomo is from my home state of Connecticut. I lived there for 6 months, and it was the worst 6 months of my life.
Aww.
Why? It was during winter.
It's clear that white people are very comfortable.
It was the worst winter.
Growing up in California, I'm not good in winter.
Do we take a train to the helicopter when we want to leave?
No, we were not rich Connecticutans.
The full Amish calls him fuckboy Johnny Depp, but he never, like, he doesn't do, like, the horror movie sinful thing to...
No.
That's not what makes you a fuckboy.
But he rules. And
I guess you can be a fuckboy without fucking.
And to his credit, he was always really receptive to, like, returning to the series and doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Anytime he was asked. Because he has a cameo in what should have been a dumb movie, 21 Jump Street, and it's really fun.
What's the joke in New Nightmare that Wes Craven was, like, afraid to ask him or something? Yeah. Is that real?
Did I say that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
You said he was really
Johnny Depp was afraid, or Wes Craven was afraid to ask Johnny Depp for a cameo.
But that's a joke in the movie, too, right?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
and then Johnny Depp saw that and like, dude, I'll do fucking anything.
Yeah.
Man. I don't, like, the series made me.
I'm in Benny and June. Give me work.
I did a terrible film 2 years ago. Like, I would have done that.
Brad Morgan points out, compared to the shirts and shorts people wear in Sleepaway Camp, Johnny Depp is fucking wearing an evening dress.
It's also a twist that Johnny Depp has a penis.
Before he goes to sleep, he's going to put on a little girl's mask.
Man, there's just so much in his room to take in. I swear I saw a Lucha Libre mask on the wall. Meanwhile, Heather's room. Boo.
So did this become Jesse's room?
Jesse's room.
This is what you had to entertain yourself with in 1984 to keep from sleeping. I'll just look at this picture.
Too.
80s, like, anytime they need to set dress a room, they just put tons of shit in it. Like, every 80s movie is just, well, let's put 50 things on their table and it'll look lived in.
Glenn, it's your grandmother playing your mother. That's right. When little kids, all they watched was 1903 westerns.
She was just trying to feel up his abs. Look at all those airbrushed cars. Your abs have dropped.
These ADD 1984 kids listening to records and watching television at the same time.
Johnny Depp is Rey Mysterio.
Don't be like Taj Mahal. Don't be a smart guy.
That show ruled.
By the way, Mom, you had me too late.
Thanks for having me before you dried up.
I feel like Johnny Depp probably like that's actually his wall.
Well,
he refused to leave his house.
Yeah.
You come to my house.
Well, it's just like the posters in there. It's like really diverse.
You ever
stuff.
try to go to bed before 11:45 sober? It's impossible.
When you're a teenager.
No.
Booster Duck says, "Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?"
Oh no, I would not be the right one to answer that question, but it might be.
Watch SNL.
He's probably still playing.
Sketch. Chris Cummins says, Johnny Depp's parents are way more sex positive than my parents were.
Oh, honey, rub one out and try tomorrow.
That's why we don't see anyone masturbate this movie. You do it to get to sleep. They're all keeping it.
Usually works every time.
Mr. Coffee?
Look at the Thomas the Tank
She has
Engine
a coffee machine that's on. I didn't smell anything, dear. Ooh.
Actually, yeah. I remember I worked at a coffee shop for like 4 years, and I just hated the smell of coffee after that. I remember I was still working at Games Radar when I think you spilled coffee near my desk, and I got really mad. I was like, Chris!
Side boob! Sorry,
did you spill coffee near my desk?
Wait,
were you really mad?
Were you working at the coffee place and Games Radar at the same time?
I was, actually.
Wow, cool.
A bunch of multiple
I think
jobs.
the most was like I was working at a coffee shop and GameStop and Games Radar at the same time.
When I worked at
Did
GameStop,
you avoid calling out Starbucks and then called out GameStop? Or
no. I worked at a Tully's. A Tully's coffee.
When I worked at GameStop, that job depressed me too much to ever go anywhere else. So I just went home and was upset at myself.
Oh, well, that's why you only work like, I don't know, 5 hours a week. And then
well, I was an assistant manager, so I was there a lot.
I did get the opportunity to move up, but I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I should have done that, but I was hired as a peon, and they're like, "Do you want to be an assistant manager?" And I was like, "Okay, I have no way to be that." Yeah, I have not been trained to that. But
that man is a living silent belch.
I thought when this scene started, I thought for a second that was the Boston News Radio. Why am I blanking on his name?
He looks like somebody just smushed every Murray brother together.
I'm Murray. I'm the culmination of all Murrays.
Murray. How you doing? I'm running for city council.
Rad Morgan says that.
He's like the Monkey Shines robot right on her desk.
Whoa, Madman worked at GameStop for 5 horrible years.
Rad Morgan says that dude looked like he sold bowling accessories.
Bowling accessories.
That's right. I sell fat finger lube for bowling balls. When you ever get your fingers stuck in a bowling ball, happens at the best of us.
Do you weigh over 300? Do you want to roll a 300? Come to me.
Come
for
to
my
me.
fat finger bowling lube.
Murray's got what you need.
I do like that jacket.
Jacket's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Anytime I think I drink too much, I see like the mom in this movie. I'm like, oh well, I don't keep vodka in the closet.
Okay.
Off the bottle.
This scene is why Johnny Depp can't have kids, and also because he keeps hitting his wife. Joe Dunn not baked long enough.
Who said that? It's really good.
I said that.
Okay, I thought you were reading the chat. It was really good. Oh, I appreciated it.
Timmy Carrera says, "Where'd you get that coffee? I learned it from you."
Now look, Donald Trump's gonna make America great again, whether you like it or not. Oh, and look at that! Also, an entire house out of communication.
Yeah.
You cannot communicate with that whole house.
Mom, you knocked me off AOL.
That dude also kind of looks like the principal from Billy Madison.
You could have said that about any Sandler movie and be like, he's the bad guy. And I'm like, oh, okay. Nick B says he's got a Triforce necklace.
My poor girlfriend has to watch my 6 sheets.
Can't they live across the street from each other? Can't they just like run a tomato can with 2 strings?
Oh, yes, this part. That's what I meant.
This is synonymous sound with Freddy.
Oh, wait. Is it? Yeah, it is that part. Yeah.
Keith Leva says, "Oh no, Xbox Live disconnected.
I'm wondering to whistle. How does it sound?"
Where are my achievements gonna go?
Wait, no, it's not this part. I keep getting tricked. I keep forgetting where.
Oh, with the
Wait, is this the wall scene?
Is she wearing a members only jacket right now?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I said look really cool.
Wes Craven was like, "Listen, you're scared in the scene, but don't look scared at all. Show no emotion.
You're wearing a members only jacket. You got to play it cool."
Wait, we got to darken those eyebrows so we can see how little emotion you're showing. JGB Sterling bought Star Wars tickets.
Hey.
They went on sale today. I
That tongue will come back in the next 4 movies. I think the phone company's gone insane. I love this. Her mom is hammered, put bars on all the windows, and locked Nancy in the house.
She didn't even try to unlock it.
I will say my parents have actually done this.
Can you wait? Can you
they try to do it to me.
Can you lock a door from the inside that way?
You can if you. I rigged my door to lock my parents out.
Oh yeah.
My parents
like the front door, I thought you
took
had to...
the chain of the door on the inside and like kind of like smushed it together and put a padlock on it
to keep you from sneaking out.
To keep my sister from sneaking out.
Man, I was a latchkey kid. Nobody cared.
Lizzie. You're not going to this goddamn Get Up Kids concert.
I can do whatever I wanted.
How can you sleep with a TV crushing your wiener?
Watch this. I love this. Say goodbye to Jack Sparrow, everybody.
This is the best fatality in Mortal Kombat 9.
Oh, the record player. That'd be worth so much now.
He just sucked like a whole Goodwill in with him.
So this is actually Tina's room.
So this is the same room set from earlier, dressed up to be like that.
Turn it upside down and dumped
a shitload of blood.
And there was just so much blood that it ended up like tipping over and people fell off.
There's not that much blood on a Johnny Depp.
I love that. The fucking blood lather. No, my kerchief.
That's because it was tipping over.
Ben S says, no, my kerchief collection. Still be a few more years where Johnny Depp was a pile of scarves. And
they
not
call
much
the ambulance.
More.
I'm sure they can save him.
Rad Mardigan knows me. That's a Vandal Hearts death. If you play that game, when someone dies in that game, it's literally a geyser of blood shoots out of a person.
Woo. You trying to play the Saxon?
Sorry to wake you with like a murder and all.
No, you
I know
live
you're
across
a cop.
the street.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't.
I saw a guy today who had to be in his 50s. He was vaping and he had a toupee worse than that, and he was walking across the street during a red light.
Swear that might be John Saxon's real hair.
It might have been
because if you look at the special features, he looks the exact same with
that
gray
is
hair.
super a toupee.
I don't know.
I have great wig dark.
Toe-headed.
Wait, so the mom and dad don't live together in this movie?
Yeah, they don't. They're divorced. Because they're selfish.
Because he has a drinking problem.
Yeah. Mom's self-obsessed. All the parents in almost all these movies, except for the second one, they all really suck and are very selfish.
Yeah. Philip Lopez says, that's weird. Usually the blood gets off at the second floor. Simpsons reference. Oh, Madman says the Last Jedi trailer just dropped. The one from Monday Night Football,
All right,
I guess.
stop the stream. No! Stop the stream.
Really do want to see it, though.
I saw Blade Runner. I couldn't give a crap about anything else for the rest of the year. I'm just going to keep seeing Blade Runner. Oh, it was so good. Snazzy one says, worst suicide I ever seen. That's a different person.
Fred Krueger.
Yeah,
and only I can get Fred Krueger.
JGB Sterling says, I don't know if I want to watch it. I kind of don't want to get spoiled. Didn't the director say not to watch it? Somebody, was it him? He was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't watch this trailer.
I couldn't believe he said that. He rules.
Hurry Larson with a whole movie with just the parents in the second Nightmare movie.
And they somehow
Why'd
worse
this bird catch on fire? Everything's gay.
What?
See the second movie. It's great.
It's been a while. I haven't seen it since you guys did the commentary.
Their marriage was ruined by the keeping the secret of the vigilante murderer, says Giant Robots.
But aren't there like 20 parents that have to do that? I guess these ones have
stretches as they go, because like there's multiple movies claim you're the last of the Elm Street children, and it keeps getting the net keeps getting wider.
But only one of them has Roseanne and Tom Arnold. That's Freddy's final nightmare or whatever. Freddy's dead. The final nightmare.
I'm currently exhausting myself trying to figure out how that happened.
Oh, this is great.
You know what horror movie?
Here it's fucking Home Alone. This is like that music when Kevin runs out of the church. You should be hearing that right now.
A literal lifesaver.
Fuck that butterscotch lifesaver.
I thought that was a baby shrimp for a second.
Blade Runner reference.
You know what horror movie actually does Meryl Streep really well? Monster Squad.
What?
Yeah.
The parents in that movie.
The parents in the movie should be the main stars. Yeah. The dad is the best part. The dad and his partner, and you can super tell that it's a what's his name movie.
Shane Black.
Shane Black, because of the dad. Because that's just a Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, or like the Mel Gibson movie. What's the Mel Gibson movie? Lethal Weapon.
Hammer Man. Hammer.
I just came upon my poster from that again because I got a Blade Runner poster when I saw Blade Runner, and I put them together because I can't hang anything up in my tiny apartment.
Sleazy Peasy points out that that Home Alone music is the Ding Fries Are Done song.
Ding Fries Are Done. Ding Fries Are Done. Hey, when I fling good Whopper, I will pay for heads.
I don't know what.
That's got to be at its 20th anniversary soon, right? Or at least
Home Alone
10.
is 1991. I want to say, or 1990.
Yeah, it's over 20. It's almost 25.
No, I meant the Ding Fries Are Done. That's got to be like 15 years by now,
10
right?
10 years. It's over 10 years.
It's over 10 for sure. I watched it in like 2005.
What if the drunk mother just wandered into one of these traps looking for more vodka?
Just get your scalp burned by a blowtorch. Reza fracking daughter.
Oh, paint can just hit me in the face. Good thing I'm totally smashed her. Otherwise, it hurt.
That empty easel from the mother conveys art she never got finished.
That's deep.
Very deep. I'm a deep person, Lizzie. Tell all your lady friends. Jess Martinez says, I've never seen this movie and I thought it'd be bloodier. There's actually more vodka than there is blood.
I do love, like, every scene she pulls out a fresh bottle. It's never, like, a half-drank bottle.
I mean, that Johnny Depp scene covered it.
Yeah, if it was Wet Hot American Summer, she would reach off screen and just hold it in midair.
It's like those glasses with sleeping glasses for Homer Simpson. Like, aw.
Are you guys interested in the new Saw movie at all?
Are you, Lizzie?
If it's good.
Didn't even know they're making a new one.
I'm not caught up on the series. I've only seen the first two.
I
think it's a reboot, isn't it?
But
I think it follows up on the previous films. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching Saw at like 5.
I've only seen the first one.
Which is still
it's an investment.
Yeah.
Every Halloween I want to go on like a journey and watch all of them, which I did a couple years ago with Paranormal Activity. Those movies stay good way longer than people give them credit. Like the first 3 are really good.
That's true. I did watch all of them, and the first Paranormal Activity I remember seeing in the theater.
Oh, I wish I could have seen it in the theater.
And just like, it wasn't that scary, and then feeling like super creeped out when I went to bed, and it's like, okay, that feeling is still lingering from watching the movie.
And like we were talking about with Rocky before, is like any franchise, even if it gets bad, if it still builds on like the lore and the characters, I'm still really interested. Fun. So like when the kids move and are ghosts or whatever, like I was into that because I was like, I want to keep. If it was just a bunch of non-related movies where they get
I did like that about the, I guess the first 3 where they had some of the same characters come back. And
I like that. Like Rocky 5 is a bad movie, but I love it because it's like he lost all his money because they let their dumbass friend deal with the money when they went to Russia.
Philip Lopez went to watch the new Star Wars trailer. What'd I miss? Well, we gave you an award and
Johnny
some money.
Depp died.
Johnny Depp died, but you also missed the Home Alone sequence where Nancy's gonna go full on Kevin McAllister. You give up, Freddie? Or are you thirsty for more? Can we just watch Home Alone again?
Happy Halloween, you filthy animal.
It makes me so happy.
I didn't understand that part until like way later.
Oh, the aftershave part?
What do I know about
Ladies don't put aftershave in their legs.
I still don't use aftershave.
You should. They exfoliate. But it does lead me to believe, like, whatever you put on your legs after ladies shave, why don't men just put that on their face? Why are we...
Moisturizer. We can't.
Why do we have to resort
It's not manly to put a cream on your face.
Yeah, I gotta stick a metal lubricant on my face.
Whoa! I got the dogs playing poker.
You're already cool. Taking off the manliest part of your body.
That's the rare variant, the dogs playing pool. And it's a tapestry?
All those dogs have been dead.
Isn't that one dog, like, scratching his head? Like, how did he make that try?
How is he playing pool? He's a dog.
Why isn't he fetching that ball?
I am also a dog. They don't call me Dachshund Fats
Chris has
I'm
finally evolved
obese.
to an 8 o'clock shadow at all times. When did I shave?
Wait, her house has an extra, or she's dreaming this, I'm guessing,
yes.
but
she's intentionally going to the dream world. She called her father in case we were talking over it. I'm gonna do some shit. When you hear something, come running.
I like this one. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal bitch.
Giant robots conquer the world.
It was my brother, bitch.
down the hall, and you know the rest.
Or I pump your guts full of knives.
I've always wanted to live in a house that had one of those spiral staircases.
Yeah.
In the 80s, a bunch of my friends had. I lived across the street from like a bunch of rich people who built their own houses, so like they all had weird shit like that.
I knew someone with one, and it scared the shit out of me every time I went.
I was trying to tell that story again. Like my buddy thing, I remember for a very limited time, next to my best friend's house, these two kids moved in. They were real. Like, you ever meet like two real bad kids?
Yeah, totally.
Real bad kids, and they had a trellis.
You and Dave
with roses over their driveway, and they ripped all the roses off and ripped the head off their My Buddy doll. Put blood on his face and hung it upside down. It was like fucking March, and like his dad sold dentist chairs.
Oh yeah,
so,
you told me.
That's
did I say that on the show?
Yeah. Did you say it on the show?
Yeah. So you walk in and it's like this circular thing with a circular staircase, and there's nothing but dentist chairs, poorly lit, and it's creepy.
I feel like
shit.
I've been to a couple houses that have those spiral stairs, and especially I don't know.
I am too tall. I'll hurt myself.
I always feel like all the houses I've seen with them, those stairs never lead to anywhere interesting or good. Like the last house I saw that
upstairs.
had those, it was just like it went into the basement, which was kind of like this afterthought turned into like
we didn't want to build real stairs.
Dominic Campus.
Like, but we wanted these stairs. We just didn't know what else to do with it.
Dominic Campus fell down a staircase like that when he was 5.
That sounds
Which I have to imagine is either more convenient or less convenient than falling down regular stairs.
God damn it! Sorry. Ugh. Did Chris know Marathon Man?
Was it safe?
Again with the gecko shirt. Mousetrap, bitch, you got. Oh, I mean Jesus.
I'm Jesus now.
Believe in me, Nancy. Believe. You know,
like Freddy should have pointier
Lord.
ears.
It is weird that Freddy's kind of like Thing from Addams Family. Or is it It?
What?
Is it It or Thing from
Thing is the hand.
Cousin
It is Cousin It is the hairy one.
But then there's also
Yeah.
there's both of them. Yeah.
Thing's the hand.
But he like half the scenes he's just like, whoop, here I am. No, I'm not.
I fucking love that movie.
I'm in the bath. No, I'm not.
Man, that's
My
like
Beats by Dre.
Oh, and he has his name on it.
His Beats by Dre were just weighted. They're no different from my earbuds. No.
This Xbox Live headset doesn't have better latency.
Oh, I didn't get my steps in.
Holy wow!
Good thing she fell on that landing, Matt.
That is a Shane McMahon jump right there.
Put it in the swear jar, bitch. It's Last Stand.
Is that a Casio?
This Casio will explode and. Fuck yeah, plan worked.
Or did it?
Okay, so if she pulled the roses into real life, does it mean they're double roses? Because they're the ones in the front yard still.
Like Roses XX.
Does that mean that like will they destroy each other if they touch each other like matter and antimatter? Like in red shirts?
Great shit.
Haha, you hit snooze, stupid.
Oh, Mr. Coffee, that's my kryptonite. And I do love this sequence.
It's gonna knock a bunch of marbles on him.
But wait.
Marv, you go around the back, bitch.
I can't hear you, I'm bald.
Don't worry, we know you're not being attacked.
JGB Sterling says, see where Matt's going. She can duplicate expensive items to sell as a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yes, we get it.
Oh, my dick. Razza frackin' kid.
My chest dick.
God damn.
Oh no, I'm clumsy in real life.
They show the stunts on the DVD. Like, man, those dudes taking spills in their back over banisters.
Wow,
I'm all alone and I'm really scared.
Come out and get me.
Imagine if Freddy was just like, wow, that hurt. I didn't know that I was affecting you like that.
It's great. She filled a light bulb with gunpowder. So the filament ignited it the moment it touched. Yeah, I should probably do my job.
But he said if I see anything funny... I don't find anything funny.
And the DVD has like a remastered version of this stunt.
Like funny, haha.
It's more like funny that's sad.
Yeah.
Saving my jar of urine.
She's gonna throw vinegar on his wounds. You got burned twice.
I hate fire. I'm much fatter now, but don't pay attention. But look at the sequence. This is really a dude running upstairs on fire.
Yeah. They don't do that anymore. We don't light people on fire for movies anymore.
Yeah, but then he does it again.
They show in the DVD they shot this in one sequence, and the guy's like, "Just let us know when you're done." And he's like, "Fuck it, done." Lies down.
In the 80s,
right here.
They would light a guy on fire like every third movie you'd see in the 80s. Booster Duck says, "How did Freddy even make it in Mortal Kombat? It can't beat a teenage girl."
And the house burns down with her locked inside, says Perrin.
Oh, shit. I got to call my wife first, make sure it's okay.
Hooray, Lars says, make stuntmen great again.
No, he should feel the door to see if it's hot first.
Yeah, how do you know she didn't do Kevin McAllister on the doorknob and put a little heat lamp on it?
It's that McAllister kid again.
Now they're all just going to be double cursed, right?
We all ran through this area and didn't see this. I fucking love that, though.
Oh, God.
That's a real hot.
Well, she's automatically disqualified now.
But her dad saw it.
And she's soaked in alcohol, too. Yeah. She's super flammable now. Whoa.
Oh.
Bye, family.
She's going into the gate.
I'll be right here.
I was really hoping she's going to do the Terminator 2 thumbs up on the way down. It's okay, we got the last Freddy chip.
Do they have gin in hell?
Fire me, bitch.
Ivan Pebin.
EC Dub.
Yeah.
EC Dub. You'll keep leaving. Shut up. Someone's been murdered in my room.
He's not really broken up about this.
Freddy fell out a window. Or no, was it Heather that fell out the window? But anyway, someone fell through a window and someone got lit on fire. This is literally extreme wrestling.
Yeah. I don't understand. He fell on a bunch of thumbtacks, too. I'll go get the kendo stick. I love all this, baby.
Right now, she looks like the mask at the end of Sleepaway Camp.
I thought you were just going to end on the mask.
The mask. She looks like Jim Carrey from the mask.
Smoking.
Somebody stop me.
No, if anything, she looks like Jim Carrey from.
So wait, the dad just
Majestic.
saw the mom die and felt good about leaving the daughter alone in the room.
He thought the threat was over. He forgot about the full body condom from Naked Good.
We still had extra spandex, so.
But she knows he's there.
Give me my hat back. I just look like a penis now.
Yeah, we've seen you for all of 7 minutes of the
It's
film.
the first time anybody has said the word Freddy.
Well, now
you said that earlier.
Now that they're familiar with each other, she'll say Freddy instead of Fred.
Yeah, but who's not him? Just a dream. Shit. Your navel lint.
I'm champagning your shit.
You technically lose to Jason in the movie.
Defeated Freddy by standing up to him.
Sticks and stones, and I guess the words thing actually helps too.
Why didn't you tell it to everyone in the sequels?
Lizzie, you're glad we did this, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sober now.
I think if I wasn't doing this, I'd be playing Dead by Daylight right now, which is okay. I've already been without it for like a week with my computer in the shop.
You gonna be
So, yeah.
Okay.
No, we're all wearing white.
Dream.
Her makeup was applied by that gun that Homer built.
Because it didn't work, you dip, says Slamming Cocktail. It's a great interpretation of it. I don't know how I want to interpret the ending, and especially after I think Lizzie and I watched like every single alternate ending cut. What really happens here? But the point is, you two don't look away.
Nope.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Freddy Krueger.
Wait a minute.
My Freddy the car.
Sorry, honey, went inside to drink vodka.
What gives
Oh, my kids. Always screaming at me.
Make spring look great again.
I mean, she said she's going to stop drinking. She's still drunk.
Oh.
Ooh, Freddy's coming for you.
I just
Labyrinth all over again, says Black Pariah.
Did we hear that song earlier in the movie? Or is that the first time?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, you heard the at least the melody of it.
Wait, so canonically, is she the only one who died? Or did everybody die?
It gets really weird, and you should listen. Either watch the movies or listen to Elm Street Nightmare if you want the answer. And there's not a good definitive answer, but oh god, who did this song? I forget now.
Dawkins.
It's not Dawkins.
Fat Boys. Fresh Prince.
It's a nightmare. But that is it for us, and we're still really out of sync now. And my voice sucks, asshole. Lizzie, thank you so much for joining us. Elm Street Nightmare, people. Don't make me tell you again. We will be doing that until at least the end of Halloween.
Yeah.
And don't forget to rate the show if you haven't already.
Rate the show. Tell a friend.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And patreon.com/lasertime. Extra stuff, obviously, in advance episodes. We do appreciate all of you for watching. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And please check out some more Nightmare movies. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah. I didn't think I would like it because I thought the first one was just like super serious, but there's enough camp value in this movie.
It's a bit of both.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
I'm your boyfriend now. But yeah, I can't say enough nice things about the Nightmare series. It's my favorite horror series. I have more favorite horror movies. So does Lizzie. But as a series, every one of these is really fun.
I love his Talking Heads theme right here.
This is not my beautiful dream.
Like Fear. I can't remember what band it is. Anyway, I'm tired of looking at myself. Check us out. This will be available for everybody. We'll put it up on Bandcamp, but we love you anyway.